Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NACNS Nominating Committee webinar. I am Faye Enumerables, Chair of the Nominating Committee, and I'm excited to present to you information on various positions needed for the 2023 election. This presentation will be all about leading NACNS forward, and we need you. I will also be presenting with my colleagues and members of the Nominating Committee, Lizzie Savage and Renisha Abrams. These are the Nominating Committee members for 2023 to 2024. Current members include myself, Marie Adorno, Carla Brim, Sam Young, Kenneth Romito, Alexandra Hughes, Elizabeth Savage, Renisha Abrams, Phyllis Whitehead, who is the immediate past president for NACNS and our board liaison, and lastly, Jose Chavez, who is our past chair. As you can see, we are a diverse committee from different background, healthcare settings, and clinical expertise. Some of us work in academia, acute care, working with adults, pediatrics, and ambulatory settings. All of us are available for you if you're interested to apply, and we're happy to answer any questions you may have. So let's get started. These are the objectives for this presentation. First is to identify the positions for 2023 election. Second, describe reasons to apply and serve at the national level for NACNS. And lastly, to define the 2023 election process and roles. As a committee, we thought it would be a great idea to hear from our current leaders and learn from them the benefits of applying for a leadership position at NACNS. Our first message is from NACNS President, Dr. Mitzi Saunders.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mitzi Saunders, and I am the current president of NACNS. And I was asked by the nominating committee to give you 30 to 60 seconds about me and why you should run for a nominating committee or for a board position. Well, number one, I would love to work with you on the board or the nominating committee. I will be past president next year when you would take office. And I will tell you that being at this level of NACNS, if you're ready, because you do need to give time to it, but if you're ready, it is the most wonderful place to be. And there were times in my life when I was soccer mom and working full-time and school full-time and all those things that it did not work out. But if it's the right time for you, I just highly encourage you to run for office. You will not be sorry. Nominating committee is a really great start because it allows you to interview future leaders, future board members, future presidents, things of that sort. So it really gives you an idea of the kinds of skill sets and strengths that we need in others to really lead the next generation of CNSs forward. So I'm here to tell you that I love this role. I see so much potential. I see huge gaps in healthcare in need of this role, and we need to forge ahead. We need strong leaders. So if it's you, if you have great ideas, we need strategic minds, but we need to stay focused, right? We have to stay focused on what's most important here. So again, I highly encourage you to run. If you have any questions, you can call me. My cell phone number is 734-355-2792. You can text me or call me. I would love to hear from you, and we could chat more on your future in NACNS. So I hope you run. And again, I am open if you need to talk. Thanks.
Thank you, Mitzi, for that wonderful message and encouraging members to apply for leadership position at NACNS. So how does your service benefit NACNS? First, it maintains the presence of NACNS. As stated in the NACNS webpage, this organization is a membership organization devoted to advancing the unique expertise and values the clinical nurse specialist role, and what it brings to delivering high-quality, evidence-based, patient-centered care and reducing the cost of healthcare delivery. Therefore, having a proactive and engaged leaders maintains, further develops, and upholds the mission vision of NACNS. It is extremely important to continue to elect strong leaders to continue the work of NACNS as the national authority on CNS practice, education, and research. Most importantly, NACNS represents us through a presence of various national stages and also professional organizations such as ANA and NIH. Having the CNS at these tables with our APRN and other colleagues is critical to the role's success. Second benefit is strengthen the national CNS network. It has been reported that there are about 89,000 clinical nurse specialists working in hospitals, healthcare systems, clinics, ambulatory settings, colleges, and universities today, and we have over 2,000 NACNS members. Therefore, this organization has a lot of room to grow, increase membership, and also strengthen relationship among colleagues. As future leaders, you can help bridge the gap and lead these initiatives. Additionally, NACNS provides a forum to reach across state lines and build networks of APRNs that can help to more fully implement the CNS role. Third benefit, NACNS is a volunteer-led organization. As mentioned earlier, our organization owes its success to CNS volunteers with strong passion and advocacy to our profession. We need your help in continuing the development and growth of NACNS. Also, with your wealth of experiences and expertise, you can bring your diverse, innovative ideas to improve our organization. Lastly, NACNS leaders are sought after. As evidenced by our current and previous leaders, leading NACNS opens up opportunities to represent us in a national and even in the international arena. One important piece of joining NACNS leadership is also promoting the CNS role. Let's talk about how your service can promote the CNS role. This organization have put into place several initiatives to ensure the role will continue to grow. While the CNS role is active and vibrant in some parts of the country, it is known that there has been a reduction of CNS presence or utilization in some states, leading to CNS programs to close due to low enrollment. So as leaders, we can help address this. Each of us know well what we do. However, it is a responsibility to showcase them and make them known to others. In today's healthcare, the CNS is well positioned to improve institutional processes, elevate nursing practice, and provide complex patient care. As future leaders of the organization, you will have the chance to join forums and discussion in a broader scale to encourage the use of the CNS role and how much impact we can do to improve patient outcome and elevate the nursing profession based on evidence. Now, I'm sure the bigger picture is enough to inspire you to apply for an NACNS leadership position. However, I'd like to take a moment to talk about how your service will benefit you. Service with a local, state, or national organization provides you many professional experiences that can add to your toolbox. These are a few that we've identified, but depending on where you are in your career, the personal benefits could go well beyond these. Gaining greater confidence and competence as a leader and communicator amongst your peers is invaluable. Additionally, while you are all highly skilled and knowledgeable in your own clinical and organizational environments, service with NACNS can be a great chance to expand your scope and perspective, learning where you might fit advancing the role of the CNS. Additionally, service within NACNS presents you an unparalleled opportunity to network with CNS movers and shakers from across the country. As we all can attest, one of the most powerful skills a CNS has is their network of experts. And of course, most organizations value volunteer service, especially for the National Professional Association. So it's clear why everyone listening to this presentation should be looking for opportunities to serve within NACNS. Let's talk about some of the positions. And remember, we are focusing on the elected positions, the nominating committee, and various positions on the board of directors and president-elect. NACNS has a variety of other non-elected volunteer committees and task forces. Take a look on the website for more information related to those groups.
We will discuss open positions for the nominating committee, board of directors, and president-elect. Let's go ahead and start with the nominating committee. I joined this committee this year. We have a total of 10 members, each serving 2-year terms, and 4 members rotating off each year. So, for 2023, NACNS will be looking for 4 new members. Our primary responsibility is putting together each year's ballot. Additionally, we support the board of directors and membership with any other needs related to candidates, as well as the election process. Our work within the nominating committee primarily takes place from about April or May through October, where we conduct educational sessions just like this one and screen and interview potential ballot candidates. Depending on the number of potential candidates for a position, we may also need to do a little additional networking to ensure we have a good selection of high-quality candidates. Overall, from March to August, we usually hold 1-hour conference calls. Our busy time is usually in September and October when we are preparing the ballot and conducting applicant interviews. During these 2 months, you can expect to spend about 2 to 3 hours on conference calls and applicant interviews. Before learning more about board membership, let's hear a message from Sherry Pulliam, one of the NACNS directors at large.
Well, howdy there. As we say here in Texas, especially at Texas A&M University, my name is Sherry Pulliam. I'm an adult clinical nurse specialist, have been for over 20 years. Primarily, my practice has always been in primary or long-term care, and I do believe that primary care is at the crux of the CNS role, especially since my specialty happens to be chronic illness management. And I am actually on the NACNS Board of Directors. I'm a director at large, finishing up my 2nd term, which means I'll go off in March of 2024. Why did I become a board of director, and what was the best thing about being, or what is the best thing about being a board of director? And that is my having a bird's eye view and being able to express my opinions and my thoughts about the National Organization for CNS is the only one. Right there on the board, I feel strongly about representing CNS membership and feel that I have done that. And that's why I would encourage you, if you have any thoughts whatsoever about running for a board position, that you do that. It gives you a voice. Have a great rest of the year. That's it from me.
There are a total of 6 at-large members with 3 rotating off each year, so that there are always members with experience on the board. The board ensures all activities fall in line with the strategic goals of the organization and the CNS role. The board serves as a financial steward for the organization and ultimately the supporting members. Representative of the board participates on committees and groups to support the organization. They are an advocate for the CNS role and CNS practice with any opportunities that they have. The time commitment for the board member is about 2 hours per week on average, with additional monthly commitments. These monthly commitments are about 2 hours a month. 2 of those monthly meetings are face-to-face, 1 day-long meeting during the annual conference, and 1 is held during another time during the year. This is a great opportunity for professional development given the relation to the board. And any additional time for the committee is about 1 hour per month to serve as a liaison for the committee. So it totals out to about 12 to 15 hours per month. The president-elect is a 3-year term. The first year they serve as the president-elect, the second year as the president, and finally the third year as the immediate past president. The president-elect leads the board in advancing NACNS mission and goals, leads in policy formation, and maintains open communication through position statements. They exercise strong skills in group dynamics, communication, and interprofessional relations. On the screen, you'll find an estimated breakdown of the monthly duties and time commitment. It can span anywhere from 20 to 80 hours per month, depending on the year that they are serving.
The NACNS Board of Directors is a working board. All board members participate in the program, fundraising, and administrative work. Each member is expected to make financial donations annually to the Clinical Nurse Specialist Institute. These donations are used for grant purposes, and there is no set amount. Now we will share a few final words on the application process to be placed on the ballot for these elected positions. First, here's a quick look at the timeline and process. You will receive an email from NACNS with a call for nominations for the elected positions. The email will list the available positions, all of which were discussed today, as well as the link to apply. The application is web-based and includes a few short response questions in addition to a required CV and photo. The call for nominations will open on July 17th and run through August 7th. All potential candidates are interviewed by nominating committee members via video conference and last approximately 30 minutes. Once all interviews have been completed, the nominating committee builds a provisional ballot for each position and submits this ballot to the Board of Directors for approval, which will occur in early September. Once the ballot is approved, NACNS will send the final ballot to the members for a vote about mid-September, with a few weeks provided for voting. Those elected will be notified by the NACNS president in October, with service beginning the following year. Our contact information will be provided at the conclusion of this webinar should there be any questions regarding the timeline. Also, it should go without saying that in our current world, all timelines are subject to a little flexibility, so please keep that in mind. Finally, we want to say a bit about experience and representation. NACNS has worked for years to ensure that the organization's leaders are a representation of the membership as closely as possible, but that can be very challenging, even more so in a smaller organization such as ours. And while the recent public discourse has focused on race and ethnicity, there are a tremendous number of potential areas to consider. We want leaders who represent a variety of specialties and settings. For example, this may be inpatient or outpatient, academia, industry, or military. We also want people with a diverse educational background, such as master's, DNP, or PhD. It is also helpful to have leaders with a variety of populations served. For example, pediatrics, adults, women's health, mental health, perioperative, or the ambulatory setting. We need leaders to serve in a variety of areas, including committees or task force. Another example is those who perform community or local CNS work. Perhaps you work at the affiliate level or have experience at the national level. Finally, we certainly want leaders who are diverse with regards to gender and race. If some of you don't see yourself represented by the organization or its leaders, whatever that characteristic may be, I strongly encourage you to step up, answer the call, and consider serving. This concludes our webinar. If you have any further questions about the call for nominations or the application process, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself, Renisha Abrams, Lizzie Savage, or our chair, Faye Innumerables, with questions. Our contact information is listed here, and either one of us would be happy to speak with you. Thank you for your time and attention.